Hello kids, how are you doing today? Okay, I'm happy to be with you one more time. Ready for the last lesson of the week? Okay, please grab your guides, kids, and let's check. Let's check what we have for today's class. Actually, let me get my drawing device. Here says we have grammar WH questions, and we have to work on page 159 and 187. Keep it on mind. Now, please take out your books and let's begin our class. Let me. I don't know what's happening right here. Okay, here we are. New share. Let's go to our textbook. And I say one page. I'm sorry. What page was that? 159 and 187. 159 and 187. What am I doing here? 159 and 187. I'm having trouble with my computer. Here we are. Trying to open the book, but it's not opening. Here we are. I'm sorry, kids. Technical problems. So we are on page 159. And it says WH words. I think you have seen those words before. Those words are used to ask questions. For example, let me show you right here on the screen. Where, for example, why, what, when, and who. Can you see? All of them begin with the letters WH. Those are called information words also, because they're used to ask information. For example, if I ask you, do you jump? That's a yes, no question. Yes, I do. No, I don't. But in this case, if I ask, where do you jump? I'm asking you for some information about a place. Understand that? So right here it says, where does a journalist work? You see, it's asking me what place, what I just have told you. Place. Now, why did you decide to become a journalist? Why is asking you for a reason? ¿Por qué? You see it? Mire, saltas. Do you jump? No. Yes, I do. No, I don't. But if I ask you, why do you jump? Oh, because I like it. You see, I'm getting information. Now let's go with the next one. What did you study to become a journalist? It's asking you for information about something, any information. Okay? What color do you like? ¿Qué color te gusta? For example, ¿qué comida te gusta? What food do you like? ¿O qué necesitas? What do you need? Information about anything. And another one is when. When do you work? It asks about time. Mira, saltas. Yeah. Do you jump? Yes, I do. No, I don't. But when do you jump? I'm asking you for a moment. When do you jump? Let me erase this. And I'm leaving you the last one, which is who. Who's different? Who can tell me what a journal, it says, who can tell me what a journalist is? asks what or which person. Okay. Now pay attention to something. When I use the word where, let me change color because this is very important. Where does a journalist work? What did you study? Why did you decide? When do you work? You see, with all of these words, you have to use the auxiliary do, does, or did, depending on the tense. If it's in the present tense, it's going to be do or does. If it's in the past, it's going to be did. But whenever we're talking about who, it's a different story because I don't have a subject. I don't know who exactly. So I have to go, who can tell me? I don't use the auxiliary do or does in this case. No, senor, I don't. Because if you pay attention to this over here on the top, let me get another color. Where does a journalist? I have a subject right here. Why did you study? I have a subject. Why did you decide? I have a subject on this one. When do, you have a subject again. So whenever I have a subject, I can use do or does or did. But in this case, who? I don't have subject in here. No hay sujeto. Okay? So who can tell me it's different? Who is quién? I hope I didn't get confused you with this. So let's move a little bit to the bottom and say, pretend you are the workers in the pictures. With a partner, use the WH word questions to interview each other. So we don't have a partner, so you have to write this by your own on your notebook. And it says, for example, we have an engineer right here. His name is Martin Clark. He works at a factory. He works from Monday to Friday. He likes physics and says people in factories. So what can we ask about this one? Let's create an example. I'm going to help you with this. Oh, you have already examples here. What is your name? Martin Clark. Where do you work? In a factory, and so on. I'm not going to give you all the answers. I'm just giving you examples for you to understand. All right, kids? Says the last part, write questions with WH words to ask John Wilson about his job. So we have a short phrase, a short paragraph. It says, I am an actor. My name is John Wilson. I work in a theater. I work on the weekends. I studied acting because I like being on stage. I work with other actors. Now, tell, for example, what is your name? Where do you work? Things like that, okay? You continue, please. Now, let's move on to the next page. What page was that? 187. Okay, let's go to page 187. Sorry, it's going to take a little while. Okay, here we go. We're on 167 right now. We're almost there. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? Besides, I haven't been feeling so good lately. Sorry, here we are. We're almost there. 176. We have to go until 187, it says. We're almost there. It's kind of far from this page. 85, 86, 87. Okay, kids, now WH questions. And we have some examples right here. Who told you about this novel? My cousin Janet did. This is explaining the simple past tense. Why do you like to play Scrabble? If you ask something, for example, like why, you have to answer because. It's like in Spanish. If you say, ¿por qué te gusta caminar? Porque es saludable. ¿Por qué comes zanahorias? Porque me gustan. So this is why and because, right? Now it says, how often does she drive to work? She drives to work 3 times a week. Another frequency adverb. How long did you wait for the movie to start? I waited for an hour. Another frequency adverb. So now that we have reviewed this, let's go down below and get to work. It says, choose the correct WH question word to complete the question. This is going to be very simple for you. The example says, where were you last night? I couldn't find you. So, where are you last night? I couldn't find you. Talking about a place, right? So, the correct answer is where. Okay, kids? Now, let's go to letter B, match the columns to answer the questions. It is going to be easy for you too. Let's change color. And says, why is Sarah smiling all the time? Because, and you, when we write 1 here, or 2, or 3, depends on which one is the correct one. Okay, I'm not telling this is the correct one, I'm just showing you what you have to do. And at the very bottom says, answer the questions. How often does Nikki wash her car? And you'll have to go and check to see for the answer. How long did you wait to get the results? And you have to answer with the frequency adverb that corresponds. All right, kids? So this is it for today's class. I hope you have learned something. Thank you for being in my class. Now, please be safe, stay at home, and do your homework. All right, kids? Now, let me see how do I shut this down in order to say goodbye to you. I'm having trouble with this today. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, here we go. Ready. Goodbye, kids, in 3, 2, 1.